What up, what up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk channel. We discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So today's episode, I'm going to discuss why you should be handy around the house to save money. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. Endeavor to keep pushing the video out, give you leverage to better yourselves. If you're new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for tuning in to the channel. Hope you get some out of it. So let's get into it. So why do I say that you should be handy around the house in order to save money? Well, as you can see, I have some gardening gloves on right now, and I'm actually pulling weeds out of my flower bed right now, right? So what I would say about being handy around the house, doesn't matter if you're in an apartment or in a single family home or a duplex, a townhouse. I would say actually this is probably catered more to like folks that have a townhouse and a single family home, because if you're in apartments, a lot of times lawn maintenance and things that happen outside is like it's contracted out from the apartment itself. So you really have to do too many things on the outside. But on the inside, there's a lot of things that could go wrong, right? So one thing I would say is, well, actually, let me give you a personal experience on my part, right? So I've had my home now, maybe like, well, actually, let me go ahead, because I'm doing this video right now. I'm not gonna pull any weeds while I'm doing the video, so I'm going to, because bending over, I'm getting old here, and then I've had my back tweaked a couple times in the Army, especially when I was in Afghanistan. I actually jumped off a Connex, if our military folks know what that is, and I was on a staircase trying to get to the top of a Connex, a shipping container, and let's just say I dropped maybe like almost a full floor to the ground. So yeah, my back didn't feel too good after that, right? But so yeah, personal experience, right? So I've had my house for let me see, 2015, so about 9 years now, right? And I wasn't raised in a single family home, right? So a lot of things that you run into or come across, situations that may happen at home, for a normal homeowner. I didn't experience that growing up. I was in a project. So a lot of the things that went wrong in that project apartment was it was maintenance guys on site that actually dealt with these type of issues. We didn't do any maintenance inside the apartment. And I didn't have a lot of family members that had single family homes. The ones that did have a single family home, I never experienced them doing certain things in the house for maintenance, right? So, as I've had my home, I've had a couple things that I needed replaced, right? So I've had a microwave that need to be replaced. I have one of those microwaves that are actually over the stove, and it has the fan. So it's like I guess it's like a range microwave, for lack of better words. I forget what the terminology for it is, but in any case, the microwave is mounted, right? So I could have easily had somebody contracted out to actually replace his microwave, but I did it myself, right? Actually, I didn't. That particular one I actually had contracted out, right? So I actually had somebody install that one, but a couple of the things that happens in my home. So I've had the refrigerator to go out, so I replaced the refrigerator myself. With the water line, all these other things, right? Let me see, the shower head in my shower. And that seems pretty simple, but I've had to replace the shower head, and I've actually had to replace the knob itself that you turn. So I have one of those showers that has like one lever. It doesn't have the two, where you have one is hot, one is cold. I have one of those full levers where you turn it a certain way and it turns hot, you turn it up and it turns cold, right? So at one point, the cord inside of there it failed. The house was built in 2010, so the house is 14 years old now. Yeah, so there's a couple of things that are builder grade when a home is built that's like kind of like on the cheap side, depending on what builder it is, because of course just like any other corporation or any person, you want to buy low and sell high, right? So they're going to use certain materials that are not that expensive, so they can get the best profit when they actually sell the home. So in any case, the cord inside of there failed. So what happened was, as I'm turning the lever, the water never turned off, right? I guess there's some type of switch inside that lever that keeps the water from running. And one morning I'm taking a shower and I'm turning it up and down. I'm like, it's not turning off. So I had to go to the main line in my basement and turn the water off. And I did some research, come to find out the core was needed to be replaced. So I went to Lowe's, got the core, did a YouTube video, and replaced it. Now, any other person would have said that was a little bit too hard for them, so they would have contracted somebody out, or they might have called Lowe's or Home Depot themselves, or some small contractor around the area to get it fixed. But the core itself, I think, maybe ran me, I don't know, maybe, trying to think here. That core might have ran me about $25, I think. You know what I'm saying? If anybody has had a core replaced in the shower, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was about $25. And then the core had been in there for so long, it was stuck. So I was trying to use pliers and it wouldn't come loose. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna mess around and break this whole thing, because the way the core is pushed inside there.
Sorry.
Oh, you trying to get by?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on, y'all.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
The garage is open.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, let me see if the door is open for you. It is? No, I'm talking about not the main garage door, but the smaller one.
I can knock. You ain't got to come over here. I can knock. If it's not open.
Nah. You good?
Yeah, I guess. Let me see.
Yeah, back up. There you go. Excuse me. There you go. Elijah, do me a favor, close that door, please. Appreciate you. Okay, so my videos are pretty organic. So that's my mother-in-law. She's in a wheelchair. So I had to build a ramp inside my garage for her to come into the main floor, right? But you know, I didn't cut the video because, like I said, my videos are pretty organic. So she was trying to get by, and I didn't realize she was about to come inside the main floor. So you know, of course, I had to do my due diligence to help my mother-in-law out, right? So so I was saying about the shower core that controls or maintains the water pressure inside the lever used to turn the water on and off. Anyway, long story short, I replaced it myself. Now I'm pretty sure that if I had called a contractor for this, replacing that core to include labor. See, labor is what really kills people when it comes to the price, because the part itself may be very cheap, you know, based off of what you believe the item should be. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of small items or even bigger items in a home that when you buy it, you know, straight up, it doesn't seem like it's going to be, it's not that much, it's not as much you would think it would be. But the labor is what kills you, because the labor is like, okay, you bought the item, but you have to pay me to install it because I'm taking it, you taking up my time and you taking up my strength for me to install this item, right? So the item may cost only $25, but I'm hit you in the head for $100 labor, right? And a lot of times it happens with cars. It happens with cars all the time. You know, when you look at parts on a car versus like, you know, what you would buy the part for and then put it and replace it yourself or install it yourself versus you go to the dealership or a mechanic and have them install it. I mean, I'm pretty sure folks have blown thousands of dollars on a vehicle because they had to pay to get it fixed and they didn't know how to fix it themselves. Now, I'm not saying for you to go out there and become a mechanic, but if you become if you become a person that can actually deal with cars with small maintenance, it'll save you a lot of money. And, you know, relating this back to what I was talking about before, you know, when you have a home and you have a lot of things that need to be replaced, you know, whether it be a dishwasher, a garbage disposal, things of that nature, these things are going to go out eventually in a home. That's just bottom line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of these things, you'd be surprised. Some of these things that are common in a home will go out within 10 years. And, you know, if you don't have savings, to replace these things is not cheap, right? So instead of having a person come over and you contracting that person out to do it, just do it yourself and you save money, right? So once again, being handy around your home will save you a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get back to doing my my gardening here, right? I'm actually gonna install a flower bed here. Well, this is a flower bed, but it's not finished yet. I'm just pulling weeds right now. I want to actually start growing my own food. You know, maybe plant a peach tree or something like that. Maybe grow my own collard greens. My wife, she says that you know, it's gonna draw animals because we're in the country. You see all them woods back there? That's the side of my house right there. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, you know, it's gonna draw a whole bunch of animals. Now I will say back there, foxes be coming from behind it. Deer too, but foxes as well. A whole bunch of turtles. So actually behind that little line back there is a river. It's like a creek, but it runs into a river, right? So there's a lot of animals back there. They're gonna front, you know what I'm saying? But I want my garden. I want to grow my own food. But you know, that'll be in another video. So anyways, yeah, start being handy around your house, guys. I mean, women too, you know what I'm saying? But if you're a guy, start being handy around your house because you'll save a whole lot of money versus you actually putting money in somebody else's pocket to do the maintenance for you. You can do it yourself, all right? So if you want me to discuss anything on this channel that may benefit the channel, benefit yourself, email me at findingfitnessfolk@gmail.com. My email address is in the description. My email address is in the description below. Good Lord. I think I've been pulling these weeds too long. But anyways, Finding Fitness and Folk, Triple F, I'm gone.